Hello everyone, my name is Justin and this will be a video about the basics of SketchUp. In this series of videos about SketchUp, I will be teaching you guys ultimately how to use this program effectively to draw objects such as nuts and bolts, which will be useful to many design technology students. The topics that I will cover are the interface of SketchUp, how the buttons work, drawing basic shapes, giving texture and color to shapes, showing measurements to final drawings, and where to find other drawings. I will start off with the options that are available in the program before I introduce the buttons and what they can do. The first thing to know with SketchUp is that when you start it up, you'll have to have the size of your drawing in mind. Before you enter the program, you'll have to select from a few templates that SketchUp gives you. There are 3D templates as well as 2D templates. I will start off with the default template, and immediately you will see that it moves to this blank plane with a model person in it. I find that most of the time you will not need to use this anyways for your drawing, so I delete it straight away using the delete key, as it just blocks the view. There are 3 lines that represent different measurement dimensions. The green line is length, the red line is width, and the blue line is height. The first tool is the line tool, as shown at the top by the red pencil. To begin drawing the line, select a point by clicking anywhere along the axes and move the cursor to your desired length. When all your lines are joined together, a shape forms. The next tool is the rectangle tool that allows you to draw any type of rectangle you want on any plane. When there's a dotted line that crosses through the rectangle diagonally, that means the shape will be a square. This tool is useful for drawing furniture when you need straight lines. You can use this tool by clicking anywhere and dragging your cursor to the length and width you want. The third tool is the circle tool that allows you to draw a 2D circle shape. You can use it by clicking anywhere to be the center of the circle. Then move the cursor away from the center to extend the circle's diameter. This tool is useful for drawing many hollow objects and furniture as well. The fourth tool is the arc tool. This tool allows you to draw semicircles and is most often used to draw rounded off corners. You can use this tool by clicking the 2 points to be the edges of your semicircle and moving the cursor away from the line if you want to extend the semicircle. The fifth tool is the component tool. This tool allows you to join parts together and form a whole shape. This is useful in making objects that require much detail and take a while to make. To use this tool, you will have to select the parts you want to be joined together, and then click the component tool at the top with the blue highlighted cube. You can give the component a name and description to make recognizing it easier. You can also glue the component to an axis so it is easier to manipulate. The sixth tool is the eraser tool, which basically allows for deletion of lines or parts that you have drawn. However, you can always just delete parts by selecting them and pressing the delete key on your keyboard instead of using this tool. The seventh tool is the tape measure tool. To use this tool, you have to select it at the top with the orange tape measure icon. Click the first point of measurement and then move your cursor to your second point of measurement, and the length should show up next to your cursor. The eighth tool is the paint bucket tool. You can use this tool to make your drawings much more detailed and shade them in by filling them in with color or material. This tool is especially useful for the IGCSE students who need to display their materials used visually alongside the drawing. To use this tool, you have to click the bucket at the top and choose the intended material you want to color the object with. Simply click the surface and the ninth tool is the extrude tool. This tool is good for turning a 2D object into a 3D one or making hollow objects. To use this tool, you have to click the square with the arrow pointing up at the top of the screen. Click on the surface that you want to drag out with the cursor to give the object depth. The 10th tool is the move tool. This is used for moving components or lines where you want them to be. To use the tool, click on the red arrows at the top of the screen and click on the item you want to move. Drag the object around with your cursor to where you want it to reach. The 11th tool is the rotate tool. This is used for rotating an object to whichever angle you want it to be for your drawing. To use this tool, click on the reversing red arrows at the top of the screen and then select the object you want to rotate. A protractor should appear and move your cursor to the degree that you want it to be to rotate the object. The 12th tool is the offset tool, which allows you to scale a side or object to whichever size you want. This tool is fairly useful for drawing decorations on products as it replicates the object. To use the tool, click on the two arcs with the red arrow, and then click on the side that you want to scale. Move the cursor away from the side to scale. The Orbit tool allows for you to look in 360 degrees on your drawing, and it allows for detail on coloring your drawing when it puts it in 3D. Click on the Orbit tool and hold down your cursor while dragging to move the camera view. The Pan tool allows for movement of the whole camera and changes your view, but not the perspective. This is often used with the Orbit tool to edit the drawing with detail.